Now, I feel like we really need to start having this discussion on the law or the concept of cause and effect, because a lot of people aren't even realizing that they're trying to change an effect by changing the effect. Like, how the hell can you change an effect by something by changing the effect by it? Like, that doesn't make sense. And we're doing this without even realizing it as well. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, the law of cause and effect is essentially you doing something and you getting a certain result out of it. So let's say, like, I started to invest into my business, and the effect of it was I'm making like 10K a month or some shit like that. That's basically what the law of cause and effect is. But you see, the thing I see so many individuals doing in today's society, and they don't even realizing it, is they're trying to change the effect by changing the effect. How the hell can you change an effect by something by changing the effect? In order to change the effect of something, you have to change the cause of it. I'm gonna give you a quick example of what I mean. So, like, when it comes to things like holistic health, or overall wellness and stuff like that, taking care of your diet and shit like that, a lot of people don't even realize that the reason why they have things like acne or bad breath, they try to have temporary solutions to the problem. So, like, let's say if you had just some terrible ass breath because of the diet that you're eating, the foods that you're constantly consuming that are bad for the body, right? You're gonna try and fix that by constantly eating gum or just constantly drinking some mouthwash, not even realizing or understanding that doing these things isn't even addressing the root cause of the problem. You're trying to change an effect by changing the effect, and it does not work like that. Or the same thing with having bad acne. Like, a lot of people don't realize or understand that having a skincare routine is good, but it's only a temporary solution of the problem. If we're not actually addressing the root cause of what's going on, then nothing will truly be solved. The acne and the bad breath will continue to be a problem because you're not even realizing or understanding that you're not actually addressing the root cause of what's actually going on inside of your body. Bro, the same exact thing can be applied to, your day-to-day life and how you see reality. Like, a lot of people aren't even understanding that the reason why their life is so fucked up, and the reason why it is right now, is because of the fact that they haven't necessarily changed the way that they look at things. They haven't changed their perception towards certain things in life. And a lot of people don't even want to face it up and actually admit that, the problem that they're facing is themselves. They don't want to change their perception, so they're trying to change an effect by changing the effect. But the actual cause of the effect is your own perception and how you actually see things and life and your own reality as well. And you could use this example in whatever scenario or situation is going on within your life. Like, a lot of people are simultaneously trying to change an effect by changing an effect. Like, how does that make sense? It just doesn't. That's not how the universe works. We should all know this and understand this by now. I'll give you a great example of something that I did to change the cause of my perception and how I saw things in life. So I always used to think that bad days were a thing, because that's something that I was always that I always heard in school, that like bad days are normal, everyone has bad days. But then once I started to elevate my mindset and started to open up my mind towards certain things in life, I started to realize that and once I actually started to realize the power of the subconscious mind and how the beliefs you put within your subconscious mind reflects back into your reality and your perception, I started to realize that, and this is just one of the many beliefs that are within my subconscious mind, is bad days don't really exist. Ever since I told this to my subconscious mind about a year ago, dude, I don't have bad days at all. Like, I promise you. Now, this obviously does not mean that problems do not show up here and there. Problems are natural and they are a way of life. Everybody should know this. Like, no matter what you do to elevate yourself, problems will always be a thing. But you have to understand, it's just about how you can actually think about the problems and how you can control your emotions to your own favor against the problem. Or for another example, I always used to be so insecure, but it's very funny because I was never actually insecure because I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, fuck this nigga look ugly as shit. Like, I always thought I looked kind of good. But the reason why I became insecure is because of the other opinions that people had of me, and once I started to realize that, that I was really only insecure because of the fact that people only told me that I looked like, all these dumb jokes about like for, if you're black, you know what I mean, right? Like, people will just, call you outrageous things, not even realizing or understanding that, you can't do anything about your skin color. This is the way that the Most High has created you. So at the end of the day, you just need to embrace it, So what I'm trying to say is, I got rid of my self-limited beliefs about my appearance. And once I did that, how do I say this? Like, once I started to get rid of my self-limited beliefs, bro, like, I feel like the way I saw certain things in my reality, like myself, just completely changed. Like, essentially what I'm trying to say is when I changed the way that I looked at myself, my physical appearance, I just became at least 10 times more attractive in my opinion. Because by changing the cause of something, I essentially created a different effect of it. You know, and I feel like everybody is familiar with the law and the concept of cause and effect, but nobody truly understands it. Because why? Because you're simultaneously trying to change an effect by trying to change the effect of it. Like that, it does not work like that. Like the examples I gave you, like whether if it comes to holistic health, whether if it comes to wanting to look more attractive, like you gotta understand, like you cannot be trying to change the effect of it by trying to change the effect of it. That's what a lot of y'all are doing, and you don't even realize it. If you wanna become more attractive, bro, it's not because of the fact that you need to put on more makeup. You need to do something that's external. Like a lot of people are getting this misconception that in order to become more attractive, I need to start putting external shit on my face. I'm not just referring to girls. This could be said about the boys too. Like, y'all have to understand, bro. It's not about, you know, doing things that are externally that are gonna mess with your attractiveness. It's about actually changing your mindset within, because that's the actual cause of your self-limited beliefs. Just like the other examples that I gave earlier, like, you know, bad breath, you know, having bad acne. Like, stop trying to change the effect by changing the effect of it. You need to change the effect of it by changing the cause of it, which is actually fixing up your diet, eating more fruits and more holistic things of that nature. And this is the true reason as to why we have to start realizing and understanding the law of cause and effect, because until we do, you're literally going to be constantly running back in circles and circles until you can break out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna end the video off that. It's looking getting dark as shit out here. I hope y'all enjoyed, and that's King Oneness, and I'm out.